Thank you for joining Ride Fit Nation, hosted by Sensei. This is where you ride your ride and leave the excuses on the road. Our mission on this channel is to go for miles, money, and muscle. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Let's go.
All right, what's up, family? This is Sensei. Today we're going to work a little bit on, for new riders. I'm not a pro when it comes to riding, but I am a good rider. On my motorcycle, I get a lot of questions about how the bike controls with the fat tire and pullback bars. And I'm going to tell you, it handles very different. It's not the same as handling a motorcycle, you know, with the standard handlebar or a lower handlebar. And as a matter of fact, or even the windshield, my windshield is higher than the usual standard windshield. So you have three factors going against that. When I ride bikes that has a higher seating position, it's a much better control. However, the same rules apply. My boy Robert Simmons always talks about the first thing you do is make sure your bike is in first gear. And then, of course, you got to preload. You got to make sure your engine is being revved up. So we're going to practice first on some simple takeoffs. I know the camera is far away, and hopefully you'll be able to hear me, right? Your rear brake is the control of your bike. It's the control of your bike. You want to practice being able to use your rear brake. So what we're going to do is we're going to take off slow, right? And remember, this video today is for a lot of new riders. A lot of you guys might be nervous in dropping your bike. But we're not going to be nervous. We're going to practice. So I'm going to put my bike in first gear. I'm looking straight ahead of me. I'm going to start to roll the throttle a bit. And I'm going to ease my hands off the clutch slowly. And I'm going to let it roll, then pick my feet up, then stop. Okay? Once again, I'm not using the front brake. I'm using the rear brake. I'm going to roll the throttle. You can hear the engine revving. When it starts to want to move, pick my feet up. Then I'm going to stop. Now, when you're stopping, remember to hit that clutch. Pull the clutch back. We're going to do it one more time. I'm covering that rear brake. I'm going to roll that throttle, hear the engine revving, pick my feet up. I'm going to go a little bit more slower, and then that's it, right? So practice that. And the reason why that's good to practice is when you're at a stoplight, or if you're in traffic, you want to practice that a lot. Now, as the throttle was being rolled back, you can hear that engine moving, right? So what you want to understand, the bike won't fall as long as you're rolling that throttle, as long as you're getting some power to that engine and you're able to release that foot off that brake. Okay, we're going to do it again, okay? So I'm going to back the bike up a little bit. I'm looking straight ahead of me. Foot is on that brake, the rear brake. Rolling the throttle, let it rev up. Put my feet up as it begins to go. Look straight ahead, stop. Okay, nothing fast. Look straight ahead, stop. Again, roll it, find a clutch, straight ahead, stop. Now, I'm not taking my foot completely off the rear brake. I'm still keeping the rear brake covered. Okay, that means I have more control when I need to go. There we go. And that there is how you start to control that brake. Now I'm going to come in from the other side, from the other direction, so you can get an idea on my foot with that brake, and I'll get a little closer to the camera so you can get an idea, okay? So foot is on that brake, rolling that throttle, moving forward. The slower you move, the more the handlebar is going to want to do this. Don't get scared by that. Again, no front brake, roll, straight, stop. Again, roll, pick that feet up, stop. So we're not duck walking. Duck walking is when you start to move your feet, okay? Not duck walking. Foot covering our brake, roll, pull off, stop. And again, same thing, right? So now, the stop points is pretty good. Now we're going to do slow movement. And slow movement, I want you to just listen to that engine. As I'm moving, I'm still controlling the clutch. I'm not releasing the clutch. I'm keeping that clutch in that compression zone, and my head is gonna follow where I need to go, okay? I'm gonna come past the camera real slow. Real slow. I'm keeping up that engine rev. I ain't gotta worry about the bike falling on this one, okay? Remember, it's all into that clutch control, okay? The clutch control is what you need to practice. So now, when you are, let me move up. So when you're using the bike, remember the bike is not just to ride forward. You want to learn maneuverability in your motorcycle, right? So like I said, my clutch really is my best friend, the clutch and the rear brake. The front brake is more aggressive stopping. The rear brake is control stopping, okay? So that control stopping, I'm gonna come towards you guys, towards the camera, and I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna do the same exact practice drill that we just did. I'm coming off the camera for a bit. I'm gonna come out pretty wide so you can see where I'm at. There we go. So I'm here, and I'm stopping, okay? My hand is not using that front brake once again. Going again, find my position. Staying where I'm at. Still keeping that brake compressed. And then that gives me my position. Okay? Let's do it again. So we're gonna do that again, right? Remember, find these parking lots, guys. Find these parking lots and just practice your move. Practice your slow pace. Now I'm gonna shift towards the right. Notice how the slower I go, the more my handlebar wants to do what it needs to do. But as long as I keep that compression zone and I keep that engine moving, no problems. There we go. All right. So now we'll talk about making circles. I'm not able to make circles tight like Robert Simmons, especially this bike, but the same thing applies. I'm in first gear. I'm controlling my clutch. I'm gonna use my head. I'm gonna use my head to turn. I'm looking, moving. I'm gonna make a bigger circle so you can see where I'm at. Much more bigger circle. I'm going towards my left side. Now with the pullback bars, the left side, way easier. Way easier. Let's see how tight I can get this. Now, the scary part is I got a video where my bike fell in this very parking lot, right, when I first got the pullback bar and I was working with this clutch. The thing about the bike, let me turn this bike off for a second. The thing about the bike is you can't be afraid of the bike falling. When the bike falls, it's just you getting better and better and better, right? Pick the bike up and go again, okay? Practice your weak points. For me, I haven't been practicing enough, and I'm going to start to practice way more. Got it? So now we're going to go the other direction. So I'm gonna finish one more little turn. Tighten this baby up. There we go. Now that felt pretty good. That felt good. Now on this bar, I have to lean forward a bit more because now the bar is a 20-inch bar. So the control on my clutch is very different. It makes my fingers feel like it wants to slip off the clutch. But as long as I have the clutch controlled and I'm keeping that rev up, keeping that engine covered, I'm confident in my turn. Don't let that bike shut off on you because that's when the bike will lose power. There we go. See what I'm saying? And you could smell that oil. You could smell that heat building. You could smell it saying, wow, you could smell everything because you're revving. I mean, you're not revving it. You're holding that power to that engine, right? My thing is this. Practice, 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 practice. When you first start doing anything, if you don't practice enough, you're never going to get good at it. You're not going to get good at it, okay? So I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to do a figure eight. I'm going to do a wider figure eight, and then that's it. So when you do the figure eight, just think about the number 8. That's all you're going to do, the number 8. First gear, look at where I'm going. And I'm still going to go slow. I'm not going fast. Okay, see my foot went down there? Wasn't confident in that movement at all. Period. Let's do it again. That feels better. See, the figure eight is a little different now because now I have to use more turn. And I'm aiming to get this a little tighter. There we go. Much better. And I'm moving out of my line too. I can feel that, but that's okay. See, when I turn my head, I get a tighter turn. Yep, that feels great. There you go. And even there, I felt like I was going to lose it a little bit in that turn. But what I did, I just gave it some more power, right? So you saw how my foot touched down, and I'm not going to stop that. I'm going to show y'all every little errors, every little mistake that you can get. So when you are making your figure eights, you feel like you got to put your foot down. Like Robert says, trust the process, but sometimes trust your feet. Okay, sometimes it's not worth letting the bike fall, especially when you know you have the safety and the ability to do that. But just remember what I'm trying to tell y'all, to practice it as much as you can. That way you stay stronger, you stay more confident in your journey as you're moving, and don't be afraid to make errors, all right? So this is Sensei from Ride Fit Nation telling y'all to get these miles every day, get some money every day, get some muscle every day. So what that means, get in the road and ride. Get in the gym and work out. You're going to get that money. Make sure you put some work in, some hours to get that money. All right, so I'm out of here. Don't forget, leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, and I'm going to tell y'all to keep it going, all right? Confidence, baby. Confidence, confidence, confidence. Practice, practice, practice. All right, I'm out. Peace.